Hey, what's up, everybody? This video we're focusing on the tutors. Okay. But first of all, I still want you to make sure you watch back the previous few videos because I think some of them I explain quite details in here, and for some of the videos here probably I didn't explain as detailed as possible because I already explained here. Okay. So first thing first, take notes is still please put in your own thinkings on how to use our strategies to improve your business and get more clients. The most valuable thing is actually how we think, okay? How we plan and how we think so that you can take our strategies, the structure of how we think and plan things, and then from there you can slowly put it back into your business. And because each business is different, each niche is different, and some of you are startup, your capability is not that high yet. Some people are quite established, you attend a lot of courses before, you know how to do a lot of things. So your situation is different, so you can do more things. And of course, you need to watch 2 to 3 times, or 4 to 5 times, or 10 times to get what I mean, because first time usually cannot get the idea yet. Usually first time you can only get aha moment, but the goal actually is in the details. The details actually is when you watch the second time, the third time, the fourth time, you will figure out the goal that actually what I'm trying to explain. Okay, so every successful marketing is well prepared and well planned before you run any ads. That's the reason why I purposely do this and segregated as per different sectors, so that actually you can see how we plan according to each sectors. So let's jump straight to the marketing strategy for tutors. Okay, tutors I think is pretty straightforward. Some only specialize in one subject, maths or English or Spanish or Malay, whatever it is. So it's pretty straightforward. So so your funnel is pretty straightforward. Okay, do not worry about how to get leads yet because we're going to teach you how to do it in the modules later. So once you follow and then you get the concept, you know how to get leads. But the bigger things I want to share with you actually how you want to maximize your profit, how to get more leads, how you can structure your model so that you can take in more leads. At the same time, you can take in more students. So this requires some planning because some of you have no idea how to plan. You are startup or you do not even encounter this kind of things before. So what we do, it's pretty simple. As I explained in the previous video, okay. So you have different hook that you can choose. But what I see in tutors, it's most of them are, I think 80% are doing trial class, and then some are doing assessment. Okay, live assessment, online assessment, physical, face-to-face assessment. They come to your center and so on. Some people do not have a centers. Some people have a centers. So we're going to talk about this step by step, and then you can make a decision at the end how you want to tweak it. So live assessment or pre-assessment using class markers or Google Form. Okay, classmarker.com I think. So Google Form, so you can play around it. And I have students who are doing 4-day seminars. I also have students who use 90 minutes webinar to sell. So there are different hook that you can do. But what I want to highlight is that because if you want to use webinar, I have people are using it and we are getting they are teaching they have about 1,008 students right now. Okay, it's a 7-figures business. So doing this require another skills. Okay, not just they are doing this and then you want to follow. But what I want to highlight is this is a totally entire skill. So marketing is a skills, planning, strategizing on your marketing is another skills which I'm teaching right now. But seminar is another skills, which I'm not teaching in my course now. Okay, I probably have another course to teach this, but if I want to teach this, it's totally separate things because it's a different skills that you need to learn. So then I might teach this in my personal consultations. If someone who really eager to do this, I probably will teach them here. But at the moment in this course, we are not covering how to do the webinar here. So that's some learning to do. So my point is that most of them are getting used to trial class. It's pretty straightforward. I register for your trial class. Okay, I register for your trial class. I register for your trial class. Okay, I register for your trial class. That's it. Okay, and then you just come and then you like the class. I'll follow up with you. I'll close the sales and then I'll get your sales. That's pretty straightforward. Some are doing assessment. Okay, assessment is you give them a test and then you see which level they are doing. So pretty straightforward, right? I'm sure you know what I mean. So some are doing online assessment, some are doing live assessment. So it's pretty straightforward. Some you're teaching multiple subjects. Let's say for example English or maths or science or physics or accounting, whatever it is. So usually, if you watch my previous video about the strategy, getting the strategy right, we talk about usually in the page we only sell one thing. That's it. You never sell two things here at a go or three things at a go because you lose the focus. The focus is I want to make sure you only have one angle, one subject, one angle here. Okay, so this is pretty short. This is maths. This is about, I think this is about Malay language, is it? Malay language here. So pretty straightforward. So you have one page just for the subject one. Let's say for example you only have two subjects. It's pretty straightforward. So you can have one subject, you use trial class or webinar, whatever it is. Then you use the hope that you are comfortable with, you're confident with, and then you just close the sales. So if you are doing the lazy way, you only have one funnel, and then you upsell to the second subject. You probably don't have to do this. Or you are teaching the second subject, you upsell it back to the subject one. For example, you have English and math. So when it comes to the closing, right, I like your class, and then they want to sign up for your maths class, and then during the closing over here, this process over here, then I will try to upsell you and say, by the way, I also have, let's say this is a maths, I also have an English class. Do you want to have a trial next week? So that's actually how you want to sell it. Or if you are confident to do it, then you can sell it at one go, which is, do you want to take the English class as well? So the package is how much? Probably a discount and so. Okay. Now some of you are specialized in all subjects in your categories, primary schools or secondary school or high school, whatever it is. You are focusing on all subjects. All subjects could be 4 to 5 subjects at the same time. And how it goes actually is that your marketing will become selling the whole subject by yourself. I mean, it's no longer per subject. So you can market by subject. You can also market by whole category itself. Whole category means actually the hope is still whichever that you're doing right now you're confident with. But the message here is totally different. So this is actually by subject, right? You can see here, this is in Chinese by the way, but you can translate it, you can use the Google software or whatever it is to translate into English, but I'll just explain here for those who don't understand Chinese. But what I mean is actually, this is actually, we are talking about standard 1 or secondary level 1 students. And we actually telling them we offer 5 subjects. And we also have daycare service and so. For some country that you are watching this, you probably don't have daycare service and so. But in Asia countries or in Malaysia, actually we have daycare service. And so we package all the 5 subjects together and we tell them we're actually offering 5 subjects together. Okay? And we tell them this is actually how we teach and what we do, the activities that we do. Right? All this actually you can check out later, but this whole page format I will give you in the later modules. They will cover here. So I want you to do a demo to get the strategy right first. That's my main point. To get the strategy right. So at the end, I'll just tell them I cover all the subjects, and I will show you my centers, my experience, my testimonials, videos, and all these things. So to show you how we teach and some accolades and interview and all these things. So and then we talk about physical preview class, and then you come to preview class, and then we will share with you how we how we arrange all the all the trial class here. Okay, preview class or trial class for all subjects and daycare service and tuition for all subjects. See that? So that's actually how we, and then they have 4 centers. So, but you get the point, right? So this is all subjects, Okay, and this is only single subjects. But in fact, in actual, they also teach other subject. Okay, but they also teach other subject. So, but what we do is that we use one subject and then we cross-sell the other subject, or cross-sell the whole package. That's one strategy. The second strategy is you do all subject and then you sell it as a whole package. Your whole package. This is you use one package. So you use one subject, you upsell the other subject and the other package. If they like your teaching, they probably will like the other teaching as well, or vice versa. So if you ask me which one is the best, you have to test it which one works well for you. I have people who only do this, or they only have specific one subject, so it's pretty straightforward. I have people who have multiple subjects, so they break it down into two funnels to sell it. I also have people who do this. Some people are doing quite well over here because they are quite established. Some people are not so established, so they use this way to do. So going back to this is well planned and well prepared, right? Usually, if you are brand new right here, if you don't know which one is work well for you, then you need to test this. If you are teaching multiple subjects, right, you probably have to test this strategy and this strategy together. But if you only have two subjects, right, then it doesn't make sense you do here, because this one is a one-stop solution here. You see, this is one-stop solution, so it's easy to cover. But you only have two subjects, it doesn't make sense for you to have one-stop solution, because how do you have one-stop solution? Because you only have two subjects. Okay, so perhaps actually I can do this way, which is one-stop solutions. One-stop solutions. Okay, so that is easy for you because you sell the whole package. Then there are a lot of parents who want, okay, I want this one-stop solutions. And there are some parents who I only want this subject only. So it really depends on which level you are in right now. If you don't understand, you can ask in the Facebook group, or if you are private customers, then you can ask me in the WhatsApp. Then actually I'll reply you. But the key thing is, for me, I also do not know, because I'm not running your business. You know your business better than me. So some are, if you're not that established, then probably you're going to test both. Perhaps this one will work for you, perhaps this one is not. But I'm pretty sure, the things that I'm pretty sure is that if you have only two subjects or three subjects, you are not a one-stop solutions, then you need to use this funnel. Okay? Because let's say you have two subjects, your English and Maths, right? If you try to sell English and Maths right now, and then there are some parents only want English, but they see, oh, I have to take Maths together as well, then they won't sign up. They will just leave it. That's it. You get what I mean? So that's my point over here. And again, how we plan is very simple. We base on these things. Who is what do I offer? Or one-stop solutions or Maths only, and then the next thing is who is my target audience. So if you are Maths for children, then most likely you have to aim for the parents. Is that you have to aim, because you can't, children cannot decide. That you have to aim for the parents to register first, and then you ask the parents to get their kids to come and join the class. So everything here is, we talk about your child. We're talking to parents, your child, your kids, they will learn. So it's not you will learn, you see. Your kids will learn. Your kids will learn, you see that? So the messaging is totally different. So this is actually what we call the well plan. I need to have a very clear clarity first. Then when I do this page, and easy for me to sell. And the reason why we need to do this page is because for us to filter them, that's it. Okay, filter, so we get higher quality leads over here. So my marketing angle is very simple. Maths tuition for primary and secondary students or high school students, which depends on which country you're in. I can also have this, how to increase your child exam score by 30% in your maths exam. So both are actually selling the maths tuitions, but I'll talk more about this when we come to designing this page here. And then how do I convince them? Of course, which one is the hook that you use? Decide which is the hook you use. And mediums, are you doing online or are you doing offline? Are you doing are you trying to do the trial class online, or are you trying to do trial class offline? So for example, this this is only online. This is purely online. That's it. This is just purely online. Where is it? It's just doesn't show here. But this is this is just purely online. We only offer purely online on this one. This one you see actually is we only do offline physical class. Okay, and we are doing preview class. So you decide, because you know your business better than me. But if you watch my last video, then if you are one-man show, okay, or one-person shows, then if you want to scale, then of course online is easier, okay. And of course, which direction to think, as I explained earlier, is just how do I increase the effectiveness of the trial assessment period, which is I can take more clients. So in order to take more clients, I need to take more people to come to my hook, right? So I have to make sure I know how to do these ads first, which I will teach, which you will learn also. And then how to increase the frequencies, or how to increase the size, because some of you are doing one-to-one class. Then again, as I explained last time, if you're teaching one-to-one, you can only, let's say for example, one day you can only do 6 trial class, and plus you have to do teaching also one-to-one. So you probably one day you can only take in 1 trial, that's it. You get what I mean? Unless you have special ways that you are so good that you can convince them. Perhaps you are quite famous, and so that one is another story. So, but I want you to understand how we think, so that you can adopt how we think and go back and implement back into your business. How to increase the size of the trial, meaning that this is number of class. Okay, how do I increase the number of class? This is actually how do I increase the size of the class, number of person in the class. This is, for example, like how many times per week. How many class per week? Okay. How many class per week? How many class per week? How many trial or how many preview class per week? This one is how many students, how many prospects that I can put in per class. So I'll start thinking in these directions again, because some of you probably are startup, not so established. Some of you are very established, so it probably will take a lot of time to switch. It will take you a few months to switch it, because I do not know, you have probably some mental block issues, mindset issues that you do not know how to overcome it. So I cannot tackle everything now, but I can only tell you this, and then if you are my private client, then probably I can work with you in a more private basis to help you tackle the issue that you're with. But those of you who you can ask questions in the Facebook group, then actually I can answer you right now also. So then, scalable program structure, as I explained last time, how the direction is how do I teach more students using the same resources or with less resources. Okay, the direction you can think how to increase the size of the class. Size of the class means the number of students per class, per session or per class. So I will start to think in these directions. And at the same time, how can I still support my clients or students without losing much of the quality? So then I'll start to have this plan. Let's say I offer maths. If I want to take in more clients, I probably will do online class. I will do loop intake. Okay, loop intakes they can join anytime compared to batch intake. I explained in my last videos. Do I need more teachers, or do I need to allocate more time slot? Time slot means that instead of once per week, can I do twice per week? Group 1 will go to Monday, group 2 will go to Thursday, and so see I can have 3 classes or 4 classes in a week. So then I can still maintain the small group, because some people who want to do small group, then I can open up more time slots. So that's what I mean. And then how can I support my clients without losing much of quality? So I know that, for example, if you are one-to-one, you switch to group class, or in small group class, you switch to big group class, right? Then can I provide WhatsApp support, or Telegram support, or Facebook support for them to ask questions? So these are the things that we'll start looking at. Can I provide the recording? Okay, if you are doing online, can I provide recording? If you are doing offline, also, can you do the recording? See? So there are some work need to be done, you see. So because some people do not have this, they never done this before, they don't even have recording. So now, as I mentioned, is that it probably take some time for you to take some time for you to improve, you see. So the good thing now is I plant the seed inside you first. Then you start to think, okay, how do I want to do this? You probably cannot do this immediately. It probably takes a few months or a few weeks for you to kickstart this, because you need to prepare all these things. So you need to try it first. See, I will start thinking this idea. So one-to-one teaching versus group teaching. Of course, group teaching is scalable. If you're doing one-to-one, you will start to see your burnout, and then your income is capped because you can only take in so many clients per month. That's it. You're full already. You cannot take in more clients. So switch to group class and virtual class versus hybrid class. Okay, so I can take in more clients. Okay, I explained it last. Face-to-face also can. So if you have a center base, then you have to open another centers, which is this one is light asset, right? You don't even have a lot of cost over here. You can do it from home. This one you have to do it at the center, so you open more center, which is heavy asset. Nothing wrong. Depends on your business model, your game, and our top students offer structures, which we have students who are teaching about 1,800 to 2,000 students at one go. Okay, they only teach 2 times in a week. They teach one subject 1 time in a week, but each time they teach, right, they are teaching about 1,800 at the same time. So you think it's impossible, right? But they are doing it. So they need to upgrade some of their equipment so that actually they can take in more students. So more software require, more equipments require. So these are the things, and so they are doing weekly live teachings. They also have recorded replay, which is actually they put it into some platform, Podia, or Teachables, or Google Drive, or Google Classroom. So these are the things that, according to your preference, of course they can join anytime. They do not have loop intake, they don't have batch intake. They can join anytime. So that means that join anytime you can, even though the leads come in right from here, right, you can straight away join this week, next week, whenever you're ready. So of course they are doing online class because they can scale. You're doing group classes, one-to-many group classes. Okay, group classes, and this one is really up to you. Some you want to keep it a small group basis, 20 to 30 people. But for people like my top students, right, they are teaching about 1,008 students, but they still can support them. You see how they support them? They have a one-to-one support. If they pay higher package, or they also have a group Q&A basis, so they can answer the group on a live group. You do a live, or you can also do in a Telegram support. So this one is really, you have to start playing around and start think how. You see, if you go back here, this is actually how we think. How do I get more students without losing much of the quality? How do I support them? Okay, how do I teach more with less resources and so on? So these are the things that how we think, how we plan. So the key thing is we want you to capture how we think. And when it comes to profit maximizing structure, which is how to take in more cash from each clients, very simple. You give them candy, you pay on the spot. Candy means it can be discounts, or it can be extra class, it can be extra gift. So I talk about this in my closing modules later. And how to take more cash, right, is that some people will need to take money package. But what if I take minimum 3 months? Or if I can sell them a minimum, if I manage to convince them to take 6 months or 12 months. This is something to do with closing skills, which is you have to convince them why 6 months is more effective, why you only take 1 month, right? Because they can leave anytime, you see. So if I take 3 months, number 1 is I take in more cash. Number 2, I have more time to show them that, because sometimes 1 month is not enough, so you probably need 3 months to convince them. Some of you are taking about quarterly package or per term package. So, but I have to cover for everyone, because some of you who are watching this are startup. You probably don't even know that this is capable to do it. Some people are quite established. I am already doing this. Yeah, you know already. Okay. So if you are single subject, upsell to whole package, as I mentioned here, upsell. Okay, and upsell other subject. Okay, this one is pretty straightforward. Upsell to other sections also if you have 2 subjects. And ask them to have other students to refer if you can give them some referral fees. Okay, perhaps you get additional 2 class for free, or you can get additional 2 class, 2 class for free, or you can get some discount if they successfully bring 2 students to friend. Because if they like your class, they will most likely will bring their friends to come in to join you. So if you just ask and you give them incentive, the candy, then they will just bring their friends to come because, oh, I can save more money, you see. And the other things is different events during different seasons, because let's say for example you are doing tutoring class, and some of the country you have summer holiday, and some they don't have. Some they have a final holiday, final year holiday, end of the year holidays. So I will start to plan. Let's say for example, we always have 4 seasons in the business. You will see some season you will have more enrollment because some people is already near exam, so it's impossible for you to get more students because, like, if you're offering tutoring class, most of the students already here. They already enroll into other tuition providers already, tutors already. So they already stick to it. So if you start to get students away, it's pretty hard for you to get students. Okay? So then I will start thinking, how do I want to tackle this issue? Because they will never switch to your class. The chances of them getting your class is very low. So I have to use another strategies or another class to tackle them here. And for some country, because you have year-end holiday over here, see, for some country they probably do not want to do anything. But some country, their parents who want their kids who do not waste their time and life during this period, during the year end. So there are some of my clients actually they have this holiday class, enrichment class. Or perhaps you are teaching English, right? Let's say for example English tuition, right? They probably are teaching about English speaking class or public speaking class over here. This is what I call holiday class. So this one, because it's an enrichment class, so they actually other students, even though they attach to other tutors, they want to come together with. They are willing to attend this class because it's not clashing with other tutors. If we are trying to get students over here, or whether it's here or here, because they already stick to the tutors already, right? The tutors are good, so you want to switch to the class, it's pretty hard. But there are still some chances to go, but the chances is probably very hard. So you have to start thinking in this direction. How do I want to plan the game? Because what I say, it's every supplement is well planned and well prepared, right? Before you run the thing. So I have to start thinking, okay, from January to March, what should I do? April to July, what should I do? July to October, what should I do? So these are the 4 seasons, like different events during different seasons that you need to start planning. And let's say for example you want to plan for holiday class, right? Okay, then I know that I need to start marketing on around this period. So your content, your advertisements, your copywritings, your pictures, everything you have to start get ready by here. Then when you start doing marketing, then it won't be a last minute job, because when you do marketing over here, it's too late already. It's too late, and then you miss the sessions. And then again, when they come to here, you plan to do a holiday class, right? Whatever enrichment class you want to do, then it's too late. So you have to prepare upfront on here. So then I'll be always in mind, okay, I need to prepare around here. So I can even though I prepare here, I can drag. Okay, by here I should be ready. Then I can mark it over here. Then I can like full house class over here. See. So if you only know how to do one subject, you probably do not know how to do holiday class yet, then no choice. So you have to make sure you plan all your marketing over here so that you are fully, your class is full. Okay, then you have to wait until here, then you start to have exam preparation class or the next year preparation class. Because some parents they want the best for the kids, so they already start thinking, okay, do not waste these holiday seasons. Year-end holiday, they will start to plan for next year. So you can also have the exam preparation class, which aim for those parents who are, we call it tiger mom. They want the best for their kids. You get what I mean, right? So these are the things that you know your business better than me. And but what I want to show here is this is actually how we plan. Okay, if you are signing up and it's already near here, then you have you probably have to tell yourself, okay, I will do this next year, but I already have this in mind. I'll prepare this next year. I'll prepare this. How do I want to do this year? So this thing, it cannot be like fast. Even if you don't have the capability yet, you cannot rush it because you just do not have the capability yet. You don't have this mindset yet. Okay, so that's for this video. And lastly, actually, how to switch from one-to-one to group teachings, because some of you are doing one-to-one teaching. How to switch to group teaching, right? I'll just give you some guidance. You can improve it based on what works best for you. First of all is you plan your timetable for your group class. And then because you need to make sure your bread and butter is covered at the moment. So you still run your one-to-one. You're still getting the fees from your existing one-to-one. And then you can run new marketings to get new leads for your group classes. Okay? For group classes. And then you can slowly start to tell your existing students, one-to-one students, and tell them you will switch to group teaching from when. And of course, there are some students who do not want to do group classes because they only want to do one-to-one. Then you have to make a decision here. First thing first, you have to show them and convince them that why you want to switch it. And you tell them that actually that I plan to switch to group class already. And you show them and convince them, probably in a special sessions or Zoom session, to show them how you can support them and make sure that the quality is similar to one-to-one teaching. It's no difference. You have to show them. Okay? And then you probably have to let them try. Let them try also. So if you give them discount, is if needed. So some of you probably are not convinced and so, but doesn't matter. It's okay. There are definitely students who are not willing to switch. You either let it go, or you still do one-to-one until everything finished, because you still have income over here. But if you are doing group teaching, like one of my clients, like this one right, they have about a few hundred, 300 to 400 students right now. Okay, 300 to 400 students right now. So it doesn't make sense for me just to do the one-to-one, unless your relationship is so good. So this one is really up to you, but the guidance is over here. You have to improve it based on your current situations. So then from there, you still don't understand, please ask the group, or please ask me in the WhatsApp, you my private clients. And again, please watch again and again to understand the meaning behind, to recapture everything. And please be well prepared and well planned. Alright, that's all for this video.